Research communication means to me be able, of course, to communicate your research effectively. This could be different things, depends on your audience, but in general, and what I understood now after I done the program, that is not only communicate your numerical result or scientific result, is also to communicate what does the results or research means to the general public and how it could be impact other people's life.
I've learned a lot about research communication, that sharing our research is as important as doing the research itself. I learned about using a story as a modality to deliver our message. The more sensational the story that we deliver, the more engagement we can get. I attended 2 courses facing the journalists and podcasts. Firstly, they delivered the sessions in a fun manner. And then secondly, they arranged a video recording which was reviewed during the session. So the feedback was not given only by the course leaders, but also from the peers. Therefore, I felt at ease receiving the feedback and we didn't feel offended at all.
Also, honestly, I think it has kind of changed the way I communicate on everyday basics. So I've noticed that I tend to tell more in the storytelling way everything that happened to me now. So if it's, with friends, with my colleagues, or while I'm teaching or doing outreach. So it has developed my skill, I think, in a really deep way.
If I compare with myself 2 years ago, I was invited in a podcast and I was the speaker. The host has shared me the questions a few days before and the podcast was well scripted. But the way I listened to it, it sounded very monotonous and it was with less enthusiasm. When I compared with the recent podcasts that I'm involved in recently, it sounds way better, that I have chosen better wordings.
I think I became more confident and I noticed that my language became more sensitive and conscious, most especially that I'm dealing with indigenous peoples. For example, currently I'm writing my research questionnaire and I realized that my questionnaire became more specific, concrete, and better compared before. Yes, because last few weeks ago, I delivered a speech about our project in the Philippines. And I think that I was able to nail my presentation because of the program that I attended through the Researcher Academy. And at the same time, I'm currently writing my research methodology, particularly my research questionnaire, and I was able to make progress with my questionnaire because I became more conscious and more sensitive with my language to make it more concrete.
So there are 3 activities that I would like to implement in my activities in the future. Those were, firstly, continue creating Instagram flyers for my Instagram posts in the forms of question and answer session. So it's like I'm creating short videos to respond to questions from the audience. And then secondly, I would continue attending podcasts as speakers who is invited, and I would respond to the questions better. Means that with better wordings, with more understandable sentences, therefore people who listen to the podcast would be able to understand my messages better. And then thirdly, I would definitely join the 3-minute thesis presentation.
Oh yes, except for storytelling and other things. I think biggest thing that I've done recently is to do flash interviews at the annual meeting of the ISMRM community, so the field of when I'm doing research. And so basically this initiative was just to go to posters and talks and annoying the speakers or the presenter and ask to them to present their result in 1 minute. So I did it, and I think thanks to the program, I actually prepared for that. So 1 year ago, I would have probably just go there, bother them, and ask to them to record a video. While this year, other than prepare the beginning of the video, I also prepare questions for them, so they were able to pick up the question they feel more confident to reply to. And then we were recording, in the better position, so not that noisy, good light, and etc. So I did all these preparation steps that I basically would have ignored a year ago, but I did this year. So, I mean, all good. Everyone loved those interviews, so I think it was a good effort.
This coming October, we're going to present our paper for the upcoming M4C Research Festival at Birmingham, and I think that through the program that I attended, I would be able to apply all the learnings, all the skills that I've learned.
I would attend more conferences, deliver more presentations, and after the presentations and conferences, I would join more discussions and talk to communicate about my research. Basically, I would like to develop my network. And the next thing is that I would like to attend other courses about presentations.
One thing I can suggest is maybe we can also include content creation, most especially that we are shifting to digitization. And more people are drawn to social media, and as researchers, we also need to keep abreast with the changing times. And I think we would be able to cater more audience if we shift from journal articles, book chapters to social media.
So, you never know. You might give a public speech, and in the audience there could be the future Nobel Prize on whichever field you would like to, and just because you are inspired these people, they engage with the university and carry on. So you never know. It's important to communicate effectively, I think.